The New England Patriots, obviously, as I mentioned, head coach Bill Belichick, they're going to be parting ways. He's been there 24 seasons, and now it's time for them to part ways. The potential landing spots was the Atlanta Falcons or the Washington Commanders. If you know me, you know I like the Atlanta Falcons. If you don't know by now, it's a long story. It really is short. I mean, I liked Michael Vick during that time, so that's how I became an Atlanta Falcons fan. But hearing this from an Atlanta Falcons fan that, Bill Belichick may be going there, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about Bill Belichick coaching in Atlanta. And I know he's a good coach, all of that. It's no doubt in my mind that, he's a great coach. He can still do his thing. But let me just list, a few positives and a few negatives in the situation of like where I'm kind of caught up in the middle, because it's nice. It's nice to have him. But let's just do this. So a couple of positives about Bill Belichick. He's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. He has 6 Super Bowl rings, so he knows how to go to the playoffs and knows how to win games in the playoffs, knows how to finish games, close games out, and ultimately win a Super Bowl. He's won 6 of them. That experience is extremely valuable when you win a NFL Super Bowl. Some teams don't even see that place once. So that's a huge positive there. He has decades of coaching experience, so he knows what he's doing, obviously. He knows how to win. He's disciplined. He makes sure his teams are always disciplined. He knows the game of football, and he's defensive-minded. Atlanta has never really been defensive-minded, and I would love to see that type of change. I would love to see them thrive on the defensive end. So, Bill Belichick clearly has a lot of positives with his game and with what he can bring as a head coach, but the negatives, they are some strong negatives. It's not as many, which is good, but I mean, he's 84-103 without Tom Brady. He's lost 103 games without Tom Brady. With Tom Brady, this man was 249-75. He did not lose many games with Tom Brady. Think about how many seasons Tom Brady played with the Patriots, and during that entire time under Bill Belichick, he only lost 75 games. As soon as Tom Brady left, he lost 103 games. That does concern me because it's like, okay, clearly, you lose the best player in football. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a rebuilding process. But, I mean, damn, Atlanta is starting from scratch. We don't have anybody right now. So that's pretty bad. His player judgment with the New England Patriots was not very good, honestly, bro. They gave him a lot of power being in the front office, and he made a lot of mistakes. He didn't always choose the good guys and the best guys to fit in the Patriots system and to actually help the Patriots thrive later on in the future. There was a lot of guys who ended up being bust, as you will, and not as good as people thought they would be. And Bill Belichick picked them. So that concerns me as well. And the last thing here, Bill Belichick, bro, he's 71. Bill Belichick is 71 years old. He might be out of touch with what's going on in the NFL nowadays. You cannot simply ignore the fact that he's 71. He's been around the game forever, so he's seeing this change. But they say, bro, bend the sap while it's young, because when it gets old, it's going to be much harder to change. And that's just what I think about when I think of Bill Belichick, bro, because, I mean, he's older, which means he's going to be stubborn. He's not going to be as easy to change and break habits because he's been doing it for so long. And then this is the guy who has been successful in the league. So granted, yeah, you don't want to change certain habits that he's been doing, but bro, the same stuff not gonna work from 2002 all the way to 2024. So, that's my other concern there, is he very much may be out of touch with what's going on in the football world and what's going on in the players world, all of that different type of stuff. So it concerns me. And as of now, I think Atlanta would be okay getting Bill Belichick. The main thing for me is just do not give him too much power. Don't bring him in as a head coach and a GM or another position in the front office. Do not do that. Bring Bill Belichick in as only a head coach. Allow him and give him the leeway to focus on coaching. Show everyone that he's still a solid coach in the NFL and that he can do good with the team starting all over. Because truthfully, that's the only reason we want him there. He's legendary, obviously, but we've seen him win multiple championships. We know him as a great coach. We don't know him as a rebuilding from starting from scratch and all of that stuff like he had to do in New England pretty much after they lost Tom Brady. But, I'd be happy to add Atlanta, but you just cannot put too much on his plate. as of now, man, and you know, I'm fearful of Atlanta because they made some bad decisions in head coaches. So getting a legendary coach like Bill Belichick would be good. It could be very, very beneficial for us. So we've had a lot of stinkers in the past.